What's up, everybody? All Across 316 making a new series. I wanted to start a new series. I've basically I've been just doing Bible stuff, but I was thinking, how about we start a new series called Comic Stories That Inspire Us. So this is going to be a new series that I'm going to start, and I'm thinking about just keep showing these type of videos and see how it does. If y'all like it, maybe I'll continue doing the series. But this series is all going to be about comic book stories that have a good meaning to it, that have a good moral story to it. And as I was reading this comic book today, it's just randomly reading one of my comic books today. This is Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man issue 102. It just had a very inspiring story. So I was thinking, let's start a series on this. Let's start a series. So every comic book that I read that has a good meaning to it, a good moral of the story, I'm going to make a video about it. So let's start out. We're going to start out with Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. I'm just going to do this one comic book. It's going to be one comic book per video. So here we go. Um, this comic book is not in the best shape or anything. You could tell it's fading. But yeah, this is a great story. I was reading it today. It is a wonderful story. The main villain, of course, Killer Shrike, robs a bank, and then oh man, a bunch of action. Just look at all that action right there. Oh yeah. So he steals money. Then we go on to this page right here, and we come into our main characters, and this guy named Donnie. Okay, his girlfriend breaks up with him. Okay, I mean it's pretty bad. It's raining outside, so he's just having a pretty rough day. This guy named Donnie. And we cut to Peter Parker and with Harry Osborn and his wife. They just had the baby. Um, Peter Parker cares about his friends. Peter Parker's on his way back to New York. He was in New Jersey. Meets this nice girl. I mean, she is just really, really pretty. Um, Man, just look how it's drawn right there. That's beautiful, ain't it? So he meets this good-looking girl, and they hit it off. I mean, they're talking, just talking away, man. She's saying she wants to be a model. She wants to do all this stuff, and man. So they get off the bus, and he said, "Okay, I hope your modeling career goes well." She said, "Thanks." All of a sudden, screet, she gets ran over by a car. Unbelievable. Her name was Donna, by the way. So Donna is the sister of the guy that we had just saw, who his girlfriend had broke up with him, and they're twins. They're twins. So Peter Parker, he reacts. He's like, "Oh gosh, I gotta find the guy who ran over her." So he tracks the guy. The guy swoops Spider-Man, trying to get him off the hood, and Spider-Man finally gets rid of. He breaks the car down, and the guy's drunk. Look at it. I mean, drunk driver of all things, drunk driving, unbelievable. Spider-Man goes, checks up on her, seeing how she's doing. The doc says it's not looking good. She needs a kidney transplant. And then Peter Parker's like, "Oh, wait a minute. I remember. I remember that she has a twin brother by the name of Donnie. Well, that would be great." And then Peter Parker, how he does. He just like, "I'm out of here. I gotta hurry up and find Donnie real quick." So Spider-Man's on his way looking for Donnie. And Donnie's right here, and he's having a rough day. I'm going to talk about he can't pay his own rent. His roommate's like, "Look, I understand you lost your job. You're having trouble, but it's been 2 months. It's been 2 months since you've lost your job, and you have not been trying your hardest to find another job. And so you need to work hard and You don't need to be a burden. That just set him in motion. He's like, oh gosh, I'm a failure. And so Spider-Man's looking for him. He can't find Donnie. I was like, oh wait a minute. She put his name in this book. So let me just call him real quick. He calls. He answers. He reacts in a big rage, rips the stinking telephone right out of the wall. He's just in a depressed mood about the whole situation. His girlfriend has left him. He's lost his job. I mean, things are not looking good for Donna too. Spider-Man runs into a killer strike. Out of all people, Spider-Man's in a big situation and he runs to a supervillain. So like he's fighting Killer Strike as fast as he can so that he can go try to find Donnie as fast as he could. Fight ends pretty quick. Spider-Man, it's awesome action right here. And he finds Donnie. Donnie is going to try to commit suicide because he just feels like he's a big failure. And so Spider-Man tries to stop him, and he does. He talks through him. He says, look, I've been through some hard times too. I've lost my girl, of course. He lost Gwen Stacy. And he tells him, your twin sister needs you right now. If you kill yourself, then you're killing not only yourself, but you're killing your own sister if you commit suicide. So, long story short, he goes through the operation, and Donna is cured from her, um, you know, kidney infection or whatever. She needed a kidney transplant. All is good, and I want to just read this right here. This really good bubble right here. If I could just, well, it's not zooming in good, but I'll just read it. We can still reach out to others, care for them, and in the process discover just how important our lives really are. And so I think that was just one of the best bubble, scenes in comic books right here is Peter Parker saying that even though we think that our lives are worthless, there are people out there that really need us and they need us for support. And without us, then people couldn't get through life. So whenever anyone feels down about themselves, they need to remind themselves that there are people out there that depend on you, and that that's how life works. People depend on other people, and so everybody's lives are important here on earth. And so that will end today's episode of comic stories that are inspiring to me. And I really love this story. If you haven't picked up Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, I encourage you to pick it up. Just a very encouraging story. I don't read that many stories like that just really hit home. All lives matter. We all have a purpose here on earth, even when we feel like our lives don't matter. And so that concludes today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. And just comment down below what you liked. If you like this series, I'll keep on doing it. Till then, see y'all later.